I'm looking so forward to the weekend. Mary and I are going to see a Gary Lewis and the Playboys tribute band, and that should be really, really exciting.
This surely was not your idea. This doesn't sound like a you kind of an idea. I mean, I think it's going to be a fun night, and you're going to be glad you went. Whose idea was this? Because I know it wasn't yours. I know it.
It doesn't really exist. I just kind of made a ha-ha there because no one would go to a Gary Lewis and the Playboys tribute band.
What is it, Gary Lewis and the Playboys song?
This diamond ring doesn't shine for me anymore. And this
yes.
Don't you know that she's just my style, everything. He was Gary Lewis's son.
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis's son. Jerry Lewis, the actor. And yeah. And he really didn't have much of a voice, but because he was connected, he got these great producers like Leon Russell to produce his records. And they became hit after hit after hit. But he was real dorky looking. The group had an accordion player, which is not cool.
Ooh,
yeah. But
like
they
an
had.
Accordion.
You like an accordion? Really?
Yep, I do.
I mean, how can you not
what does
like?
that mean?
I mean,
you like an accordion? What does that
how
mean?
can you not like an accordion? That's weird.
God, it does everything. The accordion does it all.
It's not a rock instrument. It's not. It's not a rock instrument.
It shows up in Bruce Springsteen songs.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of. What's the word? It's a throwback to Cajun. There are certain cool accordions.
Daddy gets a squeeze box. I like it.
That is not.
I like it.
This is not a rock sound right here. You cannot tell me that this is a rock sound.
You can make it a rock sound. You can make it a rock sound.
Tell me
it's
a
been
rock.
Done.
By
Max
who?
will find some rock music done by the accordion in just a minute. I know he will.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough to do.
Telling you. They said the same thing about the banjo, and there was a guy that toured playing rock music on a banjo. So it can happen.
It's not.
Plus, it's lively and it's fun. It's lively. It makes you happy to be alive.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing about
in its own place. If I'm on this having lunch with Mary at a cafe in Paris, I'd like to hear some damn accordion music in the background, but not at a rock concert.
Yeah, Eddie, when you hear somebody play "Inna da Gata da Vida" on that, you'll know it's got awesome.
Oh no!
Awesome.
I mean, you can't just ban it from the whole.
Can I tell you some rock songs that have an accordion? "We Can Work It Out" by the Beatles, "God Only Knows" by the Beach Boys.
Greatest songs ever made.
Let me see. The Band. You've heard The Band. "Rocking Chair." That does. Mr. Bojangles by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band does. Let me see. Bruce Springsteen.
Let's go back to the Beatles. "We Can Work It Out." That sounds. I'm not saying if you've got a list, you've got a list. But that sounds. I know that song. That does not sound like an accordion. That sounds like some sort of an electric organ.
Well, they're not doing a solo, but it's there, and it's awesome. It's awesome.
If it says it has an accordion, are you disputing my list?
No, I'm just saying that
it's on the internet. Everything on the internet's true. Come on.
"Squeezebox" by The Who. There's another one.
Yeah, but I mean that's almost tongue in cheek. It's not. If I go to a rock concert, all right. If you go to see AC/DC and all of a sudden they got a new member and he's playing the accordion, aren't you going like, "What's up with this?"
You didn't say AC/DC. You just said rock, which is pretty broad.
Right.
I'll tell you what.
Right, so
when I see the accordion come out, I'm tapping my foot. I'm on it.
Did you play the accordion and become a puppeteer when you were young? And you've never mentioned it?
Yeah, ventriloquist.
No. I've concentrated on one or two talents. I stayed narrow focus.
Excellent. Well, I actually did play the accordion when I was a kid. I took lessons for about a year.
How
can you turn your back on that instrument?
Am I really sitting here in the middle of three men who are arguing about what role the accordion should have in rock and roll?
Listen to it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, I'm a lucky girl.
Sign up for our newsletter. We never spam you.
Never did.
Get Bob and Sheri exclusives. Just go to bobandsheri.com.
It is talk back time. Now, you can give us a call on the phone at 844-52-SHERI, or if you have the free Bob and Sheri app, which you can use to listen to the show and text the studio and enter contests and listen to all of our podcasts, including the Oddcast, Talking Lamar, and True Weird Stuff. There's a little cartoon microphone in the bottom center of the screen. Just tap it and talk, and the app will do the rest.
Hey, Bob and Sheri. I was just catching up on some podcast episodes, and at one point you guys mentioned about Spirit Halloween and masks. I work at Spirit Halloween the last 3 years, and I can attest to the whole mask situation. Unfortunately, we cannot disinfect them or even clean them because it will damage the masks. And I just thought that was really funny that you guys mentioned about that. And I don't blame you, Sheri. While there's some masks that are fun to wear, I don't think I'd be able to. I could only wear them up to a point. And I'm not too crazy about the fact that we can't find a way to disinfect them or anything. It was first where we had it where people could not wear masks due to the whole pandemic, and that was when I started working there, which was but now it's kind of who cares at this point. It's people are going to do what they're going to do, so it doesn't matter if we have a sign up saying don't try on the masks. And I do think about people putting on those masks right after other people have tried them on. So there's that. Love the show and love you guys. And again, to Lamar, welcome aboard. It's been great listening to you guys. Bye.
I think we should change the name of our country to the United States of who cares about that? Because that's kind of where we are.
That's kind of true.
Where we are.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Something's going to kill you. Put the mask on.
Right. That's right.
Stop being a baby.
Right. That's right.
I do believe we have another one.
So I'm listening to y'all now talk about the artificial eye from Goodwill. When I was in high school, my science teacher had an artificial eye. And if you fell asleep in his class, he would pop his eyeball out, set it on your desk, and then drop books next to you to wake you up. So when you jumped up from the loud noise of the books, you looked down and seen his eyeball and his open eye socket. It made you never want to fall asleep in his class again.
Was that the children of the Corn Middle School?
Did you grow up in a Farrelly Brothers movie? Really?
That is something. I can't imagine. Boy, I tell you what.
Could you do that? Could you do that now? Could you? Because there are parents who, like, if Olivia came home and said, Mr. So-and-so took his fake eye out and put it on my desk and banged his books to wake me up, you'd have to scrape me off the floor laughing. Okay. But I'm a product of hardcore Immaculata Nun Catholic school. There are parents who would demand that person be fired for doing that, I think, today in the United States.
Are you kidding me?
Who cares?
Are you kidding me? Eyewitness News, as soon as that happened, would be there, and the lead would be, "Hi, I'm Bob Lacey outside of the Children of the Corn Middle School. I know many teachers want their students to keep an eye on them, but not this way."